If we have a pair of sub 35s, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think this definitely could be.
So I mean, depending on how well DankeyKrang knows his no cape, no Starworld, I have a feeling Calco may have the upper hand, but maybe I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I just think everyone that's really good at no cape, no Starworld's a god or something.
they usually are, and usually, well, the easiest way to counter that is to make sure you never lose cape. So,
yeah.
Good luck and have fun, as they say.
Yep.
Looks like
Keep
they're
your
all...
freaking capes.
Looks like on my end, DankeyKrang's splits didn't start.
No, they didn't look like they did for me either.
Wow,
So
two of these races tonight. First Tina, now this.
Well, let's see how that goes. Well, at least we're going through YI3 relatively quickly. I mean, the only hard part about, Yoshi's Island is going to be YI3. Obviously, I have a feeling everyone will get a 259. Has there been anyone in this tournament that hasn't gotten a 259?
I've got a couple of 258s on the board, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like most of the people know how to do it. It's normally just bad luck if they don't get that.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's just a little bit of time, honestly. Especially in my case, I know it's nerves.
yeah.
It's like, do I want to stay on this platform all the way to make sure I get the best 259 possible, or do I care about that like 10th of a second?
Yeah, that's fair enough. So the one thing that I noticed about Calco is he actually did a spin jump onto the speaker box or question box, whatever you want to call it. I was told that that's actually harder, and there's only 2 frames to be able to jump off of that. Is that true?
I'm not sure. I thought it was always based on where on the box you landed on, but I don't know enough to be positive as to which is easier or harder.
Me neither. That's one of those things where I would just go with, especially when you are topping the no cape leaderboard. You kind of gain the right to do whatever you feel is necessary. Like, I don't know, shell jump in a race.
Like doing a shell jump.
Yeah, I was about to say. he does whatever he wants, obviously.
Shell jump, fish jump. He is gaining time.
But it looks like I somehow didn't put the chat in pop out. Alright, so now they're going to be going in for Iggy. Relatively, I'm not going to say it's an easy level, but it's not really one that you can sleep on. Especially if you want to get a 281 on there. Wishing DankeyKrang a dank run. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Looks like Calco is sort of having a heart attack there, or a seizure or something. Doesn't want to just let Mario chill. No underball. Yeah, you know, right? Reset. No, they didn't do under fireball. Tournament's over. Alright, well 241 for Iggy. Nice. So 240 for him. Which I believe he got a 280 anyway, so that means he still got the Iggy quick kill.
Iggy, perhaps the freest of Koopalings.
Yeah, but yet for some reason I am not consistent at that 81 or whatever that is. For some reason I can't seem to think. I can't brain right now. 41. That's what I'm thinking of. 41.
I do know this is the game in which Iggy has the best hitbox. I'm not saying he has a good hitbox in this game. I'm just saying he has the best hitbox of all the Iggies.
One.
Yeah. So he's not getting cape. He's gonna no cape
There
this.
we go.
DankeyKrang says he forgot to start his splits. So now we know what happened.
So everyone's in for a treat, like we said. There's no requirement to get a cape in this category, so a no cape run is a perfectly valid run. Here we go.
360, perfect.
The only thing is also, like I said, the 2 vertical levels and Roy's Castle are the points I would like to see if he does go for the cape anyway.
Yeah.
But maybe he
Especially
really
for
is
Roy's
just...
Castle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think about Roy's Castle or that whenever you mentioned that. I was like, that's a really good point. That's practically an auto scroller. You're waiting for that thing.
So unfortunately, it looks like Dankey could not grab the shell. And oh boy. Calco not going up the pipe at all. Of course, if you don't have a cape, you can't grab the shell. And with the screen transitions, it's actually slower to go up there.
Mhm.
Looks like Calco has quite the fan base over there in the chat.
Shoutouts to Calco supporters.
Oh yeah. Calco's the best. Now I'd try and say what they're saying, but I have a feeling I just completely butcher it, so I'm just gonna leave all that to them.
So the next stage coming up, Donut Plains 3, is probably going to be one of the starkest contrasts in terms of difficulty. This is probably one of the most difficult stages to do no cape, where it's completely free with a cape. So we'll see how Calco handles this one. I'm pretty excited for it. This is one of my favorite no cape stages in the game.
And it's definitely easier with Small Mario. He's obviously not gonna want Small Mario. Oh, he's doing the... Whew!
Very nice.
That was the scary part. The rest of this, I think, is pretty free.
Yeah, once you're past that, the rest of this is pretty manageable.
Oh yeah, he's doing the man strats.
Yeah, very nicely done there.
No backing down for Calco. Doing it the hard way.
Calco, it's like
They-
chess, done with real hands.
And they
Is
both
that
get 262s.
Yeah.
So, that's the thing with this game. You could stay on the ground, you could do all that stuff, or you could fly over it. But if you stay on the ground, you get the fans. So is he going to grab Yoshi for the Vanilla Dome?
Yep, looks like he is.
Not sure where that shell's going. Oh, he's gonna fly with it. He's not going to get a cape. I thought maybe that roulette block was gonna be the point
Yeah,
where
I thought that might thought that as well. That's where he might go for it.
I am starting to think more and more he's just not going to get a cape.
If he's not getting one from Morton's, really, yeah, I don't know if he is going to get one. He might go completely no cape here.
So this is the stage where if you are DankeyKrang, you want to start to really build on something. As you can see, he's already in the room first for one thing, and
Yeah, he's about
don't want to
halfway
miss
up
that
it.
cycle.
Ooh. Well, he didn't get the trampoline. That's fine.
Yeah, still
He's
saving
still-
a massive amount of time here.
Yeah.
Lost Calco for a second, but he has his trampoline. He's up.
Nice second half there from Calco.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Calco entered Morton's first, and looks like he's getting the whistle maybe 10 to 15 seconds later than DankeyKrang. So even with a less than optimal Morton's, Dankey making up a lot of time there.
Yeah, the no cape strats are very strong, but those are the 3 stages that cape is the only way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cape strats are generally faster.
So, I guess we can talk about this briefly here. In Mario World, for whatever reason, when you're holding forward, left or right, whichever way you happen to be running. I don't know why you're running left if you're not in Ludwig's castle. But Mario's speed, when he hits P speed, top speed, will kind of bounce between, I think it's 51 frames, 50, 49. It goes like from 51 to, I think, down to 46 or 47.
47, yeah.
Yeah. And it just kind of keeps bouncing between those values and like just counting down and resetting back up. So if you let go of the forward button, it stays locked in. So that's where fast fly comes in. When you hear us talk about that, you kind of lock Mario into that fastest speed and just don't touch forward again. So you can pick up frames every level with a cape if you know what you're doing.
Right.
Whereas Fire Mario, you're stuck holding right the whole time.
Yeah, and you're stuck at either 47 or 48 speed. The highest speeds you can only get with a cape.
So this is another easy cape to pick up if he wants it. And Vanilla Secret 3, I would say, it's not like a cape required level by any stretch. It's a cape faster level just because you don't jump in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And again, he goes right by the note block that has a cape.
Yeah, I mean, if Calco doesn't pick up one if he's picking one up at all, it's going to be an FOI 1.
You could get the Butter Bridge 2 cape, but
Oh yeah, that's true
I
too.
think, I think you are correct though.
Yeah.
Or actually, Butter Bridge.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that one's actually.
That is completely free. It's an auto scroller, and he would just be able to switch right back to fire if he so chose. He went by another cape block here. Eats a fish, a dolphin. Dolphins are not fish; they're mammals.
Shout out
My
to Yoshi
apologies.
Food.
So you're only able to eat the dolphins on the Japanese version, right? You can't take
Yeah.
that.
Correct.
Yeah, that's patched out on the English.
If you do English cart, you're not allowed to eat dolphins.
So it looks like someone said they sent a donation. I guess that
No.
never went off. Let me see.
I was myself. I didn't have a marching band to be a nerd in. I was just a band nerd.
I wish I would have been in band. I wish I would have been a band nerd. Now I'm trying to catch up and play guitar. And all the other band nerds are all badass.
It's actually funny. I never really learned music theory, but I was in the band like for years. So eventually people start talking about chords, and I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Calco trolling us, releasing that cape. He's
The
listening.
tease.
He knows.
He knows.
Alright. And thank you to Rich33 for the $3.33. He says, here's the EFT and the hype race.
So Calco gonna have some time. He could maybe get back here with this
Yeah, a little bit of a
questionable
scary
Reznor fight.
Reznor.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Ooh.
Calco's already done.
Yeah, Calco does get out of Reznor first.
This was a scary Reznor fight. I mean, he's through.
Yeah.
And like we said, Butterbridge 1 is the freest place to get a cape. Just don't soft lock. I wonder if Calco knows about the soft lock. That would be bad if he gets the cape and doesn't know about it.
So Lasso's asking if there's a soft lock.
I
What's
forget
soft lock?
exactly how it works, but I believe it's something along the lines if you get the power up too soon in this level, you can soft lock.
Yeah, you want to let the cape fall down a little bit towards you. Yeah, TLD mentioned it as well. If you collect the cape above, and Umaria, if you grab it above the screen on an auto scroller, the game will just soft lock. It just happens. I'm sure there's probably some technical explanation for it, but yeah, it's just one of those things.
Didn't even know that existed.
Calco killing some of his precious Paracupa platforms. He must really hate 5-6. And
don't
he's
blame
not
him.
gonna get it. I'm convinced he's not getting a cape at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's going no cape this whole race. And here we see where Dode died twice in the 2016.
Savage.
I am contractually obligated to mention it. I'm sorry.
One of these days, I'm gonna need to see the contract.
It's a verbal contract. So both are through Butterbridge 1. Again, we're going to see a much more difficult journey through Butterbridge 2 for Calco, whereas DankeyKrang should have a pretty easy time of it.
Yeah, DankeyKrang is going to just fly over it, and Calco, you will say, "Oh, please no," at least 5 times during this stage.
Yeah, this is a very crazy stage. In
Maybe
no
only
cape.
3 because he's now flying over the stage as well.
Yeah,
He's decided
yeah.
he
Once
had enough.
if you can grab that blue shell without problems, then the rest of the stage is pretty much the same. You're just going slower than you would with a cape.
It's pretty crazy that Calco's keeping up with him. He doesn't even have a cape. That really just goes to show how fast you can go with that one.
Yeah, Calco just knows exactly what he's doing without a cape. It's kind of one of those things that's always interesting to see from runners is when those mistakes happen, is how comfortable are they without a cape? Whereas you see somebody like Calco who that's what he's used to, that's what he knows.
That's a little unfortunate that he lost fire there.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't
going to
get the
cost him a little
mushroom.
bit.
Yeah, you want fire for Ludwig just to get the kill.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Really the first mistake we've seen from Calco this entire race.
Pretty picture perfect movement on the fence here.
Yeah, really, really clean. But we'll see here the benefit of fire, as DankeyKrang is already out of Ludwig. It does look like Calco gets the cycle skip, so not losing too much. Still right on DankeyKrang's heels here.
GG. That's actually a really cool little emote. I like that. Whoever came up with that idea. Oh, they're very creative.
And with the longest cutscene for a castle done.
Oh yeah. They really have to make you just climb down that ladder too.
Forest 1 is a level I would actually recommend all runners of this game learn a little bit of no cape strats for.
Oh, of course.
Just because many times you'll find yourself in this level without a cape for whatever reason, and
Yeah,
you need
those
to get to midway.
Those wigglers can really mess with you.
Very nice fire grab there from Calco.
Very nice is not even begin to describe what you just saw.
And DankeyKrang having a little trouble, so Calco gets out of FOI1 first. Back and forth race here.
Didn't see everything what happened with DankeyKrang. I'm seeing the replay a little bit now. I'm glad he used the green shell to clear his runway at the end of the stage. See too many people have problems there. But they're getting to clips roughly the same time.
Ooh,
Oh.
Calco gets lucked out of it.
Oh,
Gets it
Goes
second
for
try, and looks like first try for DankeyKrang, so we're neck and neck right now.
easy every time. DankeyKrang going for a harder clip.
Man, this is crazy. This is definitely a race. I'm gonna take a guess and say Calco is probably the first person to go through this without really just using a cape, or at least in the tournament.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, there are plenty of times I'd look at something like this and I'd probably be saying something like, "Dude, just get the cape. Like, what are you doing, showing off?" But I mean, just the way Calco, like, he doesn't
Yeah.
even have a time on the cape leaderboard, so this is just his game.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, my nerves would be killing me if I had to do this kind of stuff.
So
Especially without a cape.
DankeyKrang, an honorable opponent, knowing that
Look at
must
that
know
wall
he's
jump.
up against a no cape, doesn't even attempt dirty bubble to save the 10 minutes, knowing his opponent would not be able to do it. That said, did you see that wall jump
Yeah.
from Calco?
Nice little wall jump there from Calco. Easy every time.
Was that on purpose?
Oh, that was
Looked
definitely
like
on
it.
purpose.
That was on purpose? Okay, I had
Yeah.
a feeling it was, but I never actually seen someone do that. Okay, that was cool.
I would be very surprised if he like threw Mario's stomach at the pipe, not expecting to do that.
So here we're going to see a potentially massive shift, though. DankeyKrang could make up a crazy amount of time if he hits Roy Fly here. Oh, and he doesn't quite get high up enough. But honestly, he can still be in the lead here. As we see, Calco's got to ride this snake all the way through this first half.
So the most annoying part of this snake you're gonna see, and I'm not sure how it's handled by the no cape runners, but when it turns back right for good here, there are a set of 3 Potabos that just show up. They're the ones you
Yeah.
actually dive around with the cape, and that's what happens. They tend to bounce up above that snake.
Calco making it through the second half with the damage boost.
Nice.
Keeps the mushroom.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh, poor Calco.
Oh no!
That is a costly death.
Oh yeah, that definitely is. He was definitely ahead. Now DankeyKrang's gonna have a chance to make up some time.
A chance.
Oh, but he did not dive far enough there.
Roy's Castle making its presence known in this race.
Oh, it definitely is.
And now it looks like DankeyKrang is just gonna forego Royfly and also ride the Fire Snake.
So the only thing here, foregoing Royfly might be the sort of get me through this level, it's obviously not working decision.
Yeah.
But if you are not well versed in your no cape strats, you're gonna run into the wall that is Chocolate Island 1.
Yeah. Chocolate Island 1 is an
Oh, yeah.
incredibly difficult stage to do no cape. Again, where it's just another flyover. So I wouldn't be shocked though if DankeyKrang goes back to FOI 1 again to pick up a cape after this stage.
Yeah. Whoa. So a lot of those yellow kind of accordion platforms have a tendency to despawn at the end of this castle. Not stopping Calco at all. At this point, I would say that really Roy's Castle is the last level that there's really any difference between cape and no cape that's meaningful.
Yeah, with somebody like Calco, he's going to be able to get through these stages, just as quickly as you would almost see a cape player do it. So
Yep.
it's really going to come down to who makes the fewest mistakes as we reach the end of the game.
Shoutouts to Exploded Small Mario.
Now Calco is going to be running into this one, Small Mario. So this is going to be interesting.
There is a mushroom almost immediately in the stage, so he's not going to be small for very long unless he just decides he doesn't want to power up at all.
I think he just
Kinda like
decided
that.
He's just gonna YOLO it, man. He doesn't need it. He's Calco.
DankeyKrang does collect that mushroom.
Us mere mortals just don't understand.
Is he going to get... He doesn't even want Unishroom. I didn't realize that DankeyKrang still had Yoshi from his return to Forest 1 the first time. So
Oh
maybe
yeah,
that's a
I
little bit of
didn't even
a calculation
think
on
about
his
it.
part that
Yeah.
can be fine. Doesn't want Yoshi anymore.
Nope.
Doesn't want a backup flower instead of a mushroom. Honestly, it's not going to make a difference at this point in the race.
Yeah, at this point, either or is functionally the same.
Calco is now not only passing cape blocks, he's passing mushroom blocks. Or okay, I give up. And I do definitely kind of get that he was doing that for the damage boost, but, you know, still.
Yeah. See if DankeyKrang picks up the cape here. Looks like he's going to. This is a pretty slow cape, but there's not a ton of great options in Chocolate Island. Chocolate Secret, I guess, if you want to do that.
Absolute madman with the suicide door. Yeah.
Ooh, DankeyKrang jumps a little too early, doesn't get the cape cancel off the boo line, but does get up there nicely.
You know, once he landed on the ground, he kind of also lost the ability to quickly go back and just jump again while maintaining P speed. That was a really good chuck room from Calco.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He definitely showed those chucks over the boss. He made that look way too easy.
I've seen a lot of runners not know what to do there at all. I've seen them fumble around with the ice blocks trying to make something happen, and Calco's just like, no, I got this.
See, he's still sticking with small Mario. Why not? Oh, no, okay. Check.
Does pick up the checkpoint. Free
Yeah,
mushroom there.
He should have been getting that checkpoint even if he didn't want the mushroom, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And DankeyKrang deciding to pick up Yoshi in Chocolate Island too.
Derbian's Yoshi. This last room without a cape gets a little hairy in a couple of spots. Honestly, he's through most of them because he's gotten past the spike beetles.
Yeah, that's really the hardest part, is getting your P speed with the spike beetles, but like Calco's managing it just fine.
Jumping over that last block, since my understanding of things is slamming into a slope with P speed. The steeper the slope, the more likely it is you'll just clip right through it. So if you can skip one of those platforms, so much the better.
Alright, so now Wendy's will be an interesting one to watch.
I know the second half of Wendy's, the no cape strats are actually pretty consistent. They're pretty similar speed-wise to the yes cape strats.
Yeah, just about. You know, you're doing slightly different things, but the overall goal is the same.
Mario
didn't get the checkpoint.
doesn't even want it.
Intentionally skipping the checkpoint there.
I'm a little surprised by that.
This guy is like just making me clench all over the place, man. This is
Like the Super Mario strats versus small Mario strats for Room 2 aren't that different. At least I don't feel like they are, having not being a small Mario runner myself. But I would almost think, like, in a race, you want that power up.
Right.
Calco jumping on the doll after stomping Wendy the third time just to prove it's there.
And a nice cycle skip there from Dankey as well.
Nice.
So not losing any time from that.
Oh,
Ooh.
and it looks like he ended up messing up Room 2.
Yeah, he hit the
But he's still
corner
going
there.
quick.
But yeah, this does still get through there without having to wait an extra cycle, so. Faster strat is tighter if you're big. Okay.
Alright, so he's still gonna stick with small Mario.
He's a madman. Absolute madman.
I'm gonna be really interested to see if he's gonna wait for the boo rings or if he's just gonna try and weave Mario in and out of them.
I'm
That
sure
would-
he's probably comfortable enough to just go straight through him.
He got through there fast enough. I'm wondering if we're going to see any boo rings. Although that looks like it's too fast. The whole
Yeah.
cloud will despawn there. There's a
yeah.
spot. What?
Just straight
Where-
through. Calco plays
Wow.
Kaizo. That's nothing new for him.
He's-
Skips the
he-
star.
Yeah.
Lag reduction strats.
Doesn't even want the star.
That's crazy. That's crazy that man, small Mario all the way, I guess.
Orb.
Or
Or
It looked like a pretty solid setup from DankeyKrang.
see, I must be a little behind, but agree.
And yes, does get the scrollless despawn. Very nice.
So we talked about it a little in one of the earlier races when we had a no cape Vob 1 happening. Small Mario's strat is that crazy jump there, and Small Mario you can make this spin jump. Super Mario you can't. Doesn't even want the blue block.
Yeah,
Or
we got an orb for DankeyKrang.
I will say one of the defining moments for me of the, I think it was actually I don't remember if it was 2013 or 2015, so maybe it's less defining and more just a solid memory, but I'm pretty sure it was a 2013 tournament. Link Dead doing small Mario strats in Vob Fort and maintaining P-speed the whole time while doing it. And he came back to win the race because of that, so... We're going to see Calco probably similarly do stupid things in Vob Fort to go fast.
Don't know if he was setting up there for Sandbar or...
He shouldn't even be thinking about it.
I mean, it
unless
is
he's
Calco.
watching the...
Yeah, maybe he knows that DankeyKrang isn't... That he's got a little bit of a lead, and really honestly, about the only thing he could do to lose it would be to go for Sandbar and miss it.
I mean, if he's not watching the restream or Dankey's stream at all he knows is he has a death in Roy's Castle.
Yeah, that's very true. Definitely did lose a lot of time from that, so...
So all he would really be doing is staring at RaceBot at this point. I believe we're past world record for the category.
Mm-hmm.
So we're very much starting to get into that, okay, when is my opponent going to done on me sort of time frame with runners of this level.
Right, yeah, if you make a mistake like dying in Royce, you're definitely thinking... If you're not watching, you're definitely thinking, okay, I'm behind.
DankeyKrang, I'm not sure if he was going for the no P-speed setup to get through there, but he wasn't happy with it and waited. Sorry?
I think he was. It really looked like he was, and then he just, he knew to pull out because that would be bad news. If he missed it and died.
Mm-hmm.
Calco just gonna no P-speed the end of this.
Giving another shout out to Team Resnor.
Man, this
Well,
guy.
I mean, they're in the game.
Point, but man,
You're just gonna have to start a 2U tournament. That way you can give your shout outs to Team Birdo.
I might do that.
Very solid dark room from Calco. As DankeyKrang wraps up Vob 2 secret.
Dankey is going to hold L here. Interesting that he chose to spin fly through it. but-
Yeah, I haven't seen too many people spin fly through that. Mostly people will just do a normal fly through there.
So yeah, Calco in a strong position here to wrap things up, having never touched a feather.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how far he's gonna get without it, but looks like he's gonna get through here.
Yeah.
So again, the third hit of Bowser, the ball skip hit with no capes, basically the same.
It looks like a successful ball skip as well. So, just 2 hits left for Calco as DankeyKrang moves his way through the dark room.
Calco has at least picked up a backup mushroom from Peach, but I'm getting the race room open at this point. See what happens.
That awkward moment when you've muted yourself and you forgot that you were muted and you were talking and wondering why no one was saying anything.
Sorry. Well, it looks like Calco has raced this category at some point in the distant past because he has a 4-minute race PB.
Oh,
RaceBot reporting a 36:23 for Calco. Say cheers to him.
Congrats, Calco. GG.
oh yeah. Very much congrats. I think Calco even won over my roommate. I think my roommate about had a heart attack watching him.
That was such an awesome run. Very, very close at some points, and unfortunately, Castle 5. What a nightmare.
Yeah, Roy's really the decider in this race.
Roy's Castle claiming 3 Marios here.
Looks like DankeyKrang did get ball skip there.
Nice.
It's harder. Yeah, okay, did get it. It's harder for me to tell. I've always done the no cape strat basically, so it's harder for me to tell when it works as the cape.
Speech in English, Calco. I don't think I've ever heard Calco speak English.
Yeah, my high school Spanish is just a little rusty with me being in my 30s at this point.
Same.
Lo siento.
You know, I took German for some reason in high school. You know how much that helped me? Absolutely none.
DankeyKrang wrapping things up 37-47.
Nice. Yep. GG to both of them. That was a real good race.
GG. See if either one of them wants to come into voice. I don't care. Even if just get them both in here. Say a few words.
Let's see. Do we need to message them on Discord or maybe Ben's already
I
doing
saw
that.
Calco was in chat.
It was? Okay.
Oh yeah, I see DankeyKrang as well. So, all right, DankeyKrang will jump in just a second here.
Okay, cool. So now let's see. I'm guessing this was still in the top tier, and DankeyKrang's going to be going on to the losers bracket.
I believe so. Yes.
Yes, I believe this was just the way it shook out the first race for both of them.
All right, let's see.
So Calco will get the winner of Rupert and Furlim. That should actually probably be a good one. I think Furlim might be better at this than he seems, and at the same time, Rupert hasn't been focusing on Mario World very much at all. Although I did see him play 96 the other day. And DankeyKrang. Well, Oglib, I don't know if you've heard of this guy.
Oh.
Lei Wusso 42.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Also another of the Mario 3
Those
crew.
darn Mario 3 runners coming in and ruining this tournament. I swear.
You know, I'm told if this race had gone the other way, you would have seen two people who prefer no capes.
That'd have been pretty interesting. I would have felt a little sorry for Lasso, but
All right, I've been told the truth. I can drag people into voice, so I think we have DankeyKrang here.
maybe.
All right, I've been told the truth.
You there?
I can drag people into voice, so I think we have DankeyKrang here.
I see him in the channel, but I don't hear anything at the moment.
Maybe he's not there.
Well, guess the best we can do is wait and see if he randomly notices that we're talking.
Oh, if not, I think that is the last race we at least had on the schedule. The next one I see on the calendar is actually on Wednesday. I'm sure something will come up between now and then, especially with it looks like 10 races that happen this weekend, which is insane for one of these tournaments. Granted, it's the first round, and everyone's excited.
Yeah. But now that more matchups are available, I'm sure we'll see a few scheduled throughout the week.
We have a lot of people.
Yeah, we can't hear you on Discord for some reason. I know sometimes Discord doesn't like to pick up the right mic.
Yeah, you might just have to like forcibly tell it what microphone you want to use. Maybe you have push to talk enabled by accident, or this server might actually be enforcing that too. But yeah, we have a lot more people entering into that second chance bracket for this upcoming week. A lot of races to get scheduled now. So we'll see what happens. And round 3 of winners bracket is also starting to populate. Actually, with this, there's only 2 more second round winners bracket matches left to go.
Mm-hmm.
Rupert and Furlim, as previously advertised, and then Seathorn and Slice Mage. Those two, I want to go back and check previous brackets. I feel like they've met each other in these tournaments before.
Yeah, that seems like a common matchup that I've seen somewhere at some point.
Challenge has a redesign here, it looks like. Let me go back and take a look at the past for a moment here. I just have to look for Truman's icon. These are usually his fault when these tournaments happen.
See if we get DankeyKrang again here.
No, he's in, then he's out. All the Discord problems. I definitely have that same one. Half the time, for some reason, it doesn't pick it up. I have to select the correct one, then exit out of Discord and reopen.
Yeah, I've had to do that before too. It seems to be a little finicky at times with that kind of stuff.
No, they've never faced each other.
All right, we'll try this one more time here. Hello?
Heard something.
Hello?
Maybe? Oh, there we go. Hey, guys.
Maybe. Oh, there we go. Hey, guys. Yo.
Hearing some echoes.
Well, it's probably my fault. But now that you're here, we hope. How's it going?
Great, man. I mean, you know, those two Roy fly deaths really hurt, but
Yeah.
otherwise I feel like it was a pretty good race, and obviously Calco's a freak and he's a legend, so I feel like I put up a pretty good fight.
Yeah, it was neck and neck, back and forth between you two during basically the first 5 worlds, and then you both actually had some struggles with Roy. Calco, basically the first one to get out of it, and that kind of what sealed it for him. But it was a great race.
I was debating after the first death whether to just go through and ride the snake or what, and I opted to go back for the cape, and then it ultimately cost me because I died again, and then grats to Calco, GG, man.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, so you are, we were just talking about this, you are dropping down to face Lasso 42.
Yep.
Of SMB3 and Mega Man X notoriety. Any plans before that match? Anything you're going to work on, or anything you think you need to do in order to prepare yourself for that race?
I mean, honestly, like I'm definitely gonna practice Roy Fly a little bit.
Sure.
Other than that, I mean, like I've been practicing off stream a decent amount, and I feel like at this point, I have most of the strats down, and I've practiced enough to the point where it's really just going to come down to the races. You know, like there's so much variance in a race, and anything can happen that I feel like I'm practiced enough at this point with my current strats and skill level and stuff. So it's really just going to be by race and focus on Lasso when we get scheduled, and hopefully I'll not die twice in Roy and have a clean run.
Awesome. All right, well, I think that is going to wrap it up for us. As we did mention previously, the only race we have scheduled right now, next one is for Wednesday, but with a lot of matches being kind of put into place from this weekend, I would not be surprised if we have some races tomorrow or some races Tuesday, as well as some more races Wednesday. We'll try to get those out as soon as we know. So
Actually,
make sure to drop a follow on the channel if you're enjoying this. I think we've restreamed just about every race so far, and we're going to try to restream as many as we can.
Yeah, and it looks like, at least on the upcoming races page that has just gone up on the screen, we might have that Seathorn Slice Mage match scheduled after all.
Oh, okay.
So those on Tuesday, I guess, we will have that match. So those are both of those are the last 2 winners bracket round 2 matches. So keep your eyes on the channel, like Oglib said. For some more.
Looking at the other calendar we have, it's looking like 8 Eastern Seathorn Slice Mage. That's currently on Tuesday. That's currently our next matchup, but I'm sure there will be 1 or 2 before then as well. So
yeah.
Thanks you guys again for the commentary and the restreamers and the commentators and everything. Awesome job tonight, guys. And yeah, Calco again. Good job, man. Thanks for the race. I'm gonna hop out and
all right, thanks for hopping in, Dankey.
Yep. And shout outs again to Def for working the restream here. Shout out to Ben for working behind the scenes on this. And Zero Maverick jumping in on commentary a little bit with us here. Thanks, Oglib, for jumping in.
Well, thank you, Mr. Cab, for being here and saying words while I say words.
It's one of my many talents to say words.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us. Have a good night, everybody, and remember to keep Cape.
Don't lose Cape.